Alright guys, welcome back to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about the Volvo 945 and all of the issues that we're having with the engine on this thing. You know, we rebuilt the engine not long ago. You know, we got it bored out, we got new pistons, connecting rods. We did a few things to the cylinder head, got it looking really good. It's been like, well, about a month or two passed, and then I started getting some really weird engine noises from the bottom end. I think it's piston slap or connecting rod. I can't really tell. We're gonna find out though. You can only hear it when the engine is hot, so I'm trying to get it warm here. I tried to listen to it just now, but still can't hear anything, so I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna take it for a little spin, get that oil really heated. It's kind of the elephant in the room right now. I really want to get this thing fixed. Yeah, a lot of people have been asking me about the T5 project. Well, it's sitting right there, so it's in good condition. No worries, we're gonna get working on that as soon as this thing's working properly. But since I've been having issues with this, yeah, everything's kind of been on hold. Looks like we got another issue here as well. Seems like we have some kind of a lake in here. Oops. Anyway, so let's get this engine heated up, and then I will just go back to the shop and we can have a little listen to it. I mean, it doesn't sound when you're driving it, you know, you would never notice. When you're just driving along, no problems. It's just on idle, basically, when you're standing still. All right, so let's get this thing into the garage. Let's get the rest of the car heated up, and we'll take a look at it, see what we can find out. Because I need you guys' help with this. All right, so I wasn't able to get the sound that I wanted. I'm gonna look through my phone and see if I have a clip of it. And as you can tell, you know, it's running very, very rough. It is not running good at all. So something is up with this engine. If you have any ideas, I'm all for it. Let's put the stock camshaft back on. It's not going to be the stock camshaft because the stock camshaft is a T-cam. I will be putting an M-cam in here, which is a terrible camshaft, but at least it should run properly on it, even though it's definitely not a performance camshaft. So we'll get that on there. We'll get the rebuilt distributor on there as well, so we eliminate that problem. And then we'll start the fault tracing from there. We might have to take this whole engine apart, guys, I'm not sure. But let's start with that, and let's go from there. I wonder if these pushers can make a piston slapping noise, just because they're so worn out, you know. I wonder if that can happen. I'm not sure, but it wouldn't surprise me. Maybe we should change those. All right, so let's see if we can clean this thing up a little bit. Just want to knock this rust off. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean all the pushers off, and then I'm going to put them back without the lash caps, of course. Now we need to put the new old cam in there, and And then we're gonna have to measure out, oh crap. Yeah, we're gonna have to measure out all the play again on the valve shims there. There we go. Pop it in. All right, let's pump the caps back on. There we go, now we just pull them down, 20 Newton meters. I'm pretty happy with that. We're gonna put that back. We're gonna put all the covers back, all the cam timing, what do you call it, timing belt. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to see if this makes any difference. Shouldn't make any difference, really. Unless the cam is manufactured wrong or I've installed it completely upside down. I don't know. Yeah. We'll see what happens, I guess. We're just gonna go ahead and take all these O-rings off of this one, because that's not what that isn't what's leaking on this. We have there's a little seal in here that's leaking. There's quite a lot of play in here, so. And no, these gaskets are by no definition old. Used, yeah, I guess. Old, no. So they're fine. All right. There we go, it's a lot tighter. Hopefully that's not gonna leak. Put this on here. Not really sure how this is supposed to go on, but I'm guessing this is kind of a drain. Not really sure. In one of my previous videos, I said that these two wheels right here were identical and that you could interchange them.
The wheels are the same. You can swap these out.
Now this is the oil pump gear and the cam gear. Yeah, I thought they were the same, but there is an ever so slight difference to them. You see that? It is not a lot, but it's definitely there. This one is a little bit, what would you call it, deeper? Yeah, and this would kind of solve that because it's tracking a little bit too far out on the cogs. So I'm going to try to do a little switch on these, and then we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's tracking a lot better now. See, it's flush on the gear up here, no issues. It's not going sideways, it's not rubbing. It's far away from the plastic. That's a top tip. Thank you, whoever it was that commented that. Someday. see if this thing has any idle. All right, so we definitely have a better idle this time, which is really nice. That is a lot better than what it was. There's a very, very, very slight knocking noise now, but it's definitely not like it used to be. Alright guys, so it's actually been a couple of days now. I've been driving the car back and forth to work, and I can tell you that the problems are unfortunately not gone. They have, however, been greatly reduced, but the same problems are there. We still have that low engine knock, we still have the hesitation on acceleration, and although the idle is pretty much okay now, it's still not perfect. So we still have something. Something is still up. I think that the performance cam kind of made everything worse. So it's definitely better now, but it's not perfect. And perfect is what we're looking for here. We want it to run perfectly before we smack a big turbo on there and go tuning and all that. We want it to run good if we are having any issues with this, because if we do that, you know, it's just going to explode. So there will be no fun in that. Well, a little bit maybe, but that's not really where we want to go. Anyway, yeah, so that kind of sucks. Yeah, the problems are still there. They are significantly reduced, but they're still there. So I guess the hunt still continues. And at the moment, I am thinking about turbocharger, exhaust manifold. I know that it ran good with the old setup, with the old turbo and the old manifold. It ran pretty good with that. So what I'm thinking is maybe a new turbo and having a look at the exhaust manifold, maybe measuring everything up, that everything is straight, that it definitely doesn't have any cracks in it or anything like that. So yeah, that might be where we need to go next. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. It's frustrating that it keeps doing this. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video, whether it's on this car or any of the other 58,000 projects I got going on right now. And yeah, ha det gött!